Okay, so that button on my selfie stick does not work when it starts recording. Alright, anyway, I'm here to tell you guys, I haven't seen you in a while. Haven't made a post in a long, long time. I kept saying I was going to start back in Chunjo, but man, as soon as I got back, everything started. Um, I've been here for the whole semester. You can see a little now. I've been here for the whole semester, and as soon as I got here, it was work. The new job is 40 hours a week, which is not normal for a teacher in China, but it's okay as long as I'm getting things done and I'm not. And the new school is not great. And so next year I may go to a high school, but that's neither here nor there. There's a much bigger thing going on now, as you know. The coronavirus is going crazy in China now. Actually, the numbers are still, relatively small considering how big the place is and how big the cities are, where it's going. But they've just changed something. See, when the coronavirus thing started, they closed down shops. You couldn't really do anything, so people were basically just staying in their homes. And of course, they were advising it as well. Well, they've just really clamped down, although from what I can see, from no reason. But of course, I don't know what's really going on. We just get numbers from them, and it's still it's up to like 40,000 people, which is not a small number of people infected, but a relatively small number actually dying from it. Much smaller than the number of flu deaths in the U.S. this year. So I'm not sure what's really going on. But they've clamped down, and I mean in a real way. I cannot, as I always complain about with YouTube, I can't flip the camera around to show you, but I can turn around like this, and maybe you can see the front gate. There's now a guard posted at the front gate, and you're only allowed to leave the apartment complex. And this is true in other complexes as well, as I've talked to people on WeChat. You're only allowed to leave once every 2 days, which is not okay. That's, of all the things that I've been willing to stay here through, this is a trip. So today I have a flight out. I should say I have a train out tonight to go to Guangzhou and fly out from Guangzhou. I'll go into the beach in Cambodia, and I'm going to wait the whole thing out there, which is the right answer anyway. I may call Sam and see if she's dying to come back to Asia and she's got the money to change her flight. She should just come to Cambodia. I don't think she does, but she's in Alabama now, so she should just stay there. If you don't know who Sam is, that's a friend of mine that I convinced to come to China about almost 2 years ago now, year and a half, and she loves it here. She's wanting to come back, and I'm telling her not to do that. Don't come back yet. This is just a bad idea. So I'm trying to update you guys, keep you updated on what's going on. And when I get to Cambodia, hopefully I just had nothing but time, because the whole time since the virus outbreak and I've been locked in this apartment, I've been cleaning. I got my apartment pretty darn clean. The floor doesn't look like it now because I've been getting ready for this trip. But I got things really clean, like light fixtures, not fixtures, light switches. Were just grimy the whole time I've been here, and I've really got them clean now. So I've accomplished something. But unfortunately, that means I may have stayed in China too long. I'm a little worried tonight. I don't know. Everything's very restricted. I've got my train ticket. I've got my plane ticket. Everything was sold online like things were normal. So I'm hoping I can get on the plane. Cambodia doesn't have any restrictions. It's one of the few countries that doesn't. That's why I picked it. So, fingers crossed. I connect through Kuala Lumpur. So, hopefully they, for international flights, they're not going to have a problem since I'm coming from China. But a lot of countries now won't let people into the country if they're coming from China, which is understandable. But I'm not so afraid of the virus. I have a bit better grasp of numbers than that. 40,000 people in the town it originated in, which is a town of 10 million. I mean, if you were there, you still have a pretty good chance of being perfectly okay. The virus is not any scarier than any other virus. I mean, you can get anything at any time. So that's not what scares me. But I don't want to be in a place where they're telling you can't leave your apartment complex. That's not okay, especially considering these numbers. Unless the numbers are totally bogus, which who knows. But the international community seems to be accepting them. The WHO is republishing them, so they, as best as anyone knows, the numbers are right. So anyway, I'm getting out of here. I've been stressed the past few days because of this. I'm not liking it, so I've had a few drinks. You may be able to tell it. I've stumbled over a few words here and there, but I've had a little bourbon, feel a little better. Got a few hours. I'm supposed to leave here about 7. I may leave an hour early. It seems reasonable. About 6 o'clock, head out the door, go to the train station. I don't think I'll make a lot of recordings and post on the way. I don't really know. I've just got a few things left to pack. I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. Hopefully, I could talk to my boss. Hopefully, I'll be able to do online classes in Cambodia. To be honest, I really haven't communicated with them much here because I've been totally freaking out. Well, the past week I have. It's been such a strange week, that Monday everything opened up like normal and everything seemed normal, and Monday and Tuesday went by just swimmingly, and then on Wednesday I started getting messages from people and things as the clampdown started, messages about door-to-door mandatory blood screenings. And I was like, no, that's not okay. The little temperature checker that they do everywhere, I'm okay with that. It's non-invasive. They just point it at you and say, okay, you don't have a temperature. But to come around to people's doors and tell them we're going to take a blood sample? No, so I'm knocking on wood that nobody comes here with some wood. I'm knocking on wood that nobody comes here and tries to do that because I don't want to end up on the 6 o'clock news. So about 6 o'clock, I'm going to head out the door. There's just a few things left. Some food that's going to go bad. I'll toss it out before I go. I guess that's it, really. And I said I wasn't going to do this directly on YouTube. That's why this is totally non-edited, because I just went right to YouTube and I'm going to post it directly. But that's because I don't really have time to take an edit. And maybe when I get to Cambodia, I will. So, consider this a drunk post, but probably the most serious drunk post you'll ever encounter. About to head out in a few hours here. Keep your fingers crossed if you see this before I go. I just hope. I've got a lot of stuff here in my apartment. I just hope it's still here when I get back. Who knows when I'll get back? I'm guessing 2 weeks. My boss said probably March 2nd, and they tend to stick to a schedule of these important situations. So maybe March 2nd I'll be back here and ready to go for school. But boy, this is going to really throw a wrench in this semester. Who knows what they're going to want to do? Go on and put classes off into the summer, maybe? I mean, keep doing them to try and make up the time, or what? I don't know what they're going to want to do, but I guarantee it's not going to sit well with me because I don't really think I'm going to stay with the school next year. So I want to get my summer vacation and switch to the new school, and can't do 2 schools at once. So who knows? Who knows? That's way off in the future. Let's just get to Cambodia first. I've seen online a lot of people that are posting, here's how I'm surviving the lockdown, the quarantine. By the way, you quarantine people that are sick. You don't just quarantine everybody. That's not how quarantines work. That's what's annoying about this. Quarantine the sick people, find a place to put them, and the rest of us get to go about our daily lives. Even if you have to tell some places to close, like big public gatherings, I guess I can accept that, but boy, to just go around to everybody in the entire... This has to be the entire country, right? Because this is Chenzhou. We're nowhere near the epicenter of this. Wuhan is where this started. And all the way down here in Chenzhou, we're hundreds of kilometers away. I don't know how far we are, actually. I should look it up. But we're a good ways off. the next province, but the far end of the next province. We're a long ways. And they have to tell everyone in the entire city you're not allowed to leave your apartment? That doesn't seem like a rational course of action. That's a little much, I think. Okay, I'm probably moving around too much. I didn't plan this video out. I just wanted to get it on there. Maybe this will get me back in the habit of posting. If I don't post anything before I leave tonight, I'll post when I get to Cambodia. And wish me luck. Fingers crossed. Thanks.